going to be one heck of a fight.
It is main event time, and we have
the main event.
Boy, the biggest names in our sport.
Introducing first, a tag team in the company of the Mouth from the South, Gentleman Jimmy Hart. We start with the biggest man in professional wrestling. He stands in at 7 feet 3 inches tall and weighs 426 pounds. He defied death at Halloween Havoc, and he puts the fear of death upon his opponents because of his size and strength. He is the Giant! And his partner, weighing 234.5 pounds, the master of the figure four, who's known the world over as one of the true superstars of the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, the 12-time heavyweight champion of the world, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair!
Interesting to see, Brain, how Flair and the Giant will coexist with the Horsemen and the Dungeon of Doom factions still having problems. Now, speaking of problems, there's problems on the other end, too.
Oh, there's big problems. You know, Kevin Sullivan, the Taskmaster, it seems to me he started it all.
Coming to the ring, their opponents, two of the world's greatest legends of professional wrestling, side by side tonight on the same team. First, weighing 276 pounds, one of the most recognizable athletes in the world today, the king of Hulkamania, former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, the one, the only Hulk Hogan. And his partner, fresh off his championship victory
one of the
Monday
secret weapons,
Nitro, another face
Super Bowl bound,
the world over.
Kevin Green,
he weighs
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
38.25 pounds, the newly crowned WCW Heavyweight Champion of the world, the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Tony, you know who that is in the red dress, don't you?
Special escorts, led by Super Bowl bound Pittsburgh Steelers star lineman Kevin Green.
There's Kevin Green of the Steelers, woman, the former manager of Ric Flair and the Horsemen, in with the Macho Man and Hulk Hogan.
Where is Elizabeth?
I don't know. Uh-oh, here she comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is unbelievable. After more than half a decade, she's back. Here tonight at Caesar's Palace, let's welcome the lovely Miss Elizabeth.
The lady who guided the career of the Macho Man Randy Savage and, of course, of Hulk Hogan to legendary status is back and at ringside with the Hulkster and the Macho Man Randy Savage. And we will have our main event in its entirety after this timeout on TBS. Ric Flair was really antagonizing Kevin Green of the Pittsburgh Steelers, got on the public address microphone, had some unkind words to say about him. I don't know what he thinks he's doing, but Kevin Green's the last man I want to get mad.
Well, where does Kevin Green think, where does he get up? How would he like it if Ric Flair walked in the Super Bowl and stood on the 50-yard line, walked to the middle of the field, and started telling Kevin Green how they're going to get their tails kicked by the Dallas Cowboys, huh? You think he'd like that? No. Well, Flair does not like Kevin Green coming into his home.
Ric Flair from the three-point stance, really still on Kevin Green. Kevin at ringside, one of the secret weapons, along with the gorgeous Miss Elizabeth. Good to see her back. What a manager she was for the Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. She is back at ringside, looking just radiant, and she came out with all these beautiful ladies. That's really different. Flair's usually with the ladies himself. Uh-oh.
Well, this has to bother Flair.
Kevin Green is ready to go. Kevin Green's going to come off the scrimmage line. and knock Ric Flair down.
Flair's fight is with Savage and Hogan, not that football palooka, so he's not even gonna mess with him. Flair's just playing mind games. And Green's lucky. He'd missed the Super Bowl.
You get hurt, can't play Sunday, they blame it on the Nature Boy. Another time, buddy.
Once again, after Kevin Green, Flair needs to get focused. The idea is here to win this match.
Don't worry, I know how Flair thinks.
I mean, last night, right here in this arena, he lost the WCW World Heavyweight title. We talked about the controversy with the Giant, with the camp of the Dungeon Doom, and with the Horsemen, with the Macho Man, and with Hulk Hogan. It seems like Elizabeth has them back and focused together. Seems like she has them as a unit, and let's see what happens here. Flair is just raking away at the Macho Man, who reverses, sends Flair in, up and down with a big body drop. The Nature Boy goes down. And the Macho Man sends him down a third time. Uh-oh.
Just wait till the Giant gets in there.
Savage sends Flair upside down. Watch out, cameraman. The big foot by Hogan.
Got him right flat in the mush. Flair may be out. He don't know where he is, Tony.
Rolls him through. Slaps Flair in the face.
That'll wake you up. When Flair says no, he usually means yes. Watch this.
Savage, that's right, Savage slowly goes in there, enabling Nature Boy Ric Flair to take the measure of him.
Oh!
That one rocked all the way up the strip here, Las Vegas Boulevard.
Boy, was that a pop.
And in the hands, the mighty hands of the Giant. Look at the force of the Giant, how it leveled Savage. Took him from basically a standing position, crashing to the mat. It's been Flair and Savage in the opening moments here of this tag team match.
Got him hooked.
Rolls him up, backslide two, and Flair barely escaped with the 2 count that time. It's the ropes, hauls off, blocked. Savage with the right hand. Well, the Macho Man's prepared, isn't he?
He's always prepared. He just comes to fight. The man doesn't have a reverse gear. And he's a heavyweight champion of the world. And he's getting involved in a tag team situation so Hogan can hide behind him. That's why Hogan operates. And he hides behind Hogan. Now it comes time for you boys to hide. Because this is where the big boys play, and this is the biggest boy in sports today.
7'4", 400 pounds. He
Plus.
wants one man.
And look at this. Hogan's letting the humanoids get to him. He's going to give them what they want. He's going to get in there. Why would anybody get in there with this man?
The Hulkster. Hulkster himself, one of the biggest men in this sport. And he locks up with the Giant. Just too much power right there.
Look at that Hulk. He knows it.
You're not kidding, but that will not deter him from going at him again. Again, the Giant shrugs him off.
See, Tony, you've never been in the ring.
You're right.
But boy, when a wrestler grabs you, you can usually tell if the guy is going to have technique or if he's just plain strong. And that's what this man is here. There's nothing fancy about the Giant. He's just plain big and strong.
Like when Flying Brian grabbed you tonight. Just plain strong. Down goes Hulk Hogan.
Well, he's such a highly competitive athlete, he didn't mean it.
Well, of course he didn't. He means it every time. Hogan's gonna try to pick him up. Now that brings you back to 1990. Look at this scoop up. And a power bomb brings you back to 1987 when he tried to slam Andre the Giant the opening moments.
Well, he claims he did. He tried to, and Andre went over with him. And he got the 1-2 count. The referee should have counted, but didn't. Anyway, that's history.
Into the corner.
Oh!
Kicks him in the gut. Elbow in the back of the head.
He's having his way with Hulk Hogan.
Well, he's had his way with most everyone. Hogan goes down. The big blows of the Giant.
And there's Jimmy Hart. He's cheering his team on. Things are looking pretty good for the Nature Boy right now. Elizabeth has that worried look on her face. And you, my friend, may be riding the bench next Sunday.
I doubt if that's true.
He gets in that ring.
Maybe riding a forearm or two on Emmett Smith. And a headbutt. Where the Giant is, you know, and let's face it, this gigantic man is basically kind of a rookie in the sport, but he has so much confidence. I guess when you're 7'4" and 400 pounds, you can be pretty confident.
Don't forget, Tony, you may be a rookie in this sport, but he's known wrestling all his life.
Oh, look at this. Picked up Hogan with ease.
It's like he's breaking like one of those big loaves of Italian bread. He's snapping half.
The chant of Hogan with the fans here at Caesar's Palace. And we're coming to you live. Oh. Nobody home.
Boy, he'd have hit him. He'd have got him. He'd have taken out Hogan. Believe me on that one. He was about 6 feet and a half in the air when he came down with that 400-pound plus. Yeah, Hogan, good luck. You better call AAA.
He got it. He got him. He got him. And it hurt Hogan.
400 pounds plus. Hulk Hogan just picked up. But Hogan, I think, took the brunt of it. Hogan's the one suffering right now, and he's in the wrong neighborhood. He can't make the tag to Savage. And there's the dirtiest player in any game.
Ric Flair comes in, picks up Hogan. Down he goes. Fans, if you've tuned in to watch Child's Play, the movie will start immediately following this program. WCW Live from Caesar's Palace. But we're in a fight. We don't cut out the 9th inning of the Braves game, so we're staying with this one too. Pick up, and there we go.
And you can watch Child's Play all you want when this is over, because this is big boys playing right here, pal.
You're not kidding.
You know how many world champions are in that ring?
Yes.
How many times they've held, one, but how many times they've held titles?
That's right, there's 3 former champions, and here's the snake in the grass, Jimmy Hart. He's up there for a purpose. It's obvious.
Well, they got Hogan where they want him right now, and that's trapped like the rat he is in a corner.
Uh-oh, down low, the Giant has pulled Hulk Hogan down. A big bear hug.
God.
Up against the safety rail. And he rolls Hulk Hogan back in. Rolling back in, and the Giant has been the dominating force, the single dominating force in this match. Uh-oh, that hooked him up. Sometimes he can chop you down, but sometimes he gathers himself back. Elbow. Down goes Hogan. And then it's your boy Ric Flair. Oh, Hogan got him. Gonna lift him up. Hogan still not 100%. The back still bothering him. He makes a tag though to the world champ Macho Man. And yes, so far Miss Elizabeth has calmed these two men down. So far their manager, Miss Elizabeth, has put them as a unit, even though they've had their differences. Double axe handle on the top. The Macho Man not making a cover here.
No attempt at all. He just owned it. Just break Ric Flair in half.
The big clothesline. He pulls Hogan out. They are fighting on the floor. Watch out. Head first to the safety rail. The Macho Man's got Jimmy Hart in the referee. And he nailed Jimmy Hart. Hogan and the Giant on the floor. Ric Flair, 1, 2, 3. He's got something in his hand. Ric Flair beat the Macho Man, and he stuck something back in his trunks. And look at Kevin Green. He knows it too.
Turn around, brother.
And there's Zodiac. Here's Flying Brian. He's going to send Zodiac and Flying. There's a member from each. And here comes Kevin Green. Out goes Pillman. Zodiac takes the high road too. Well, they got to attend to the Macho Man Randy Savage, very obvious. that there was something in the trunks of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair?
I didn't see that, Tony. I don't know if Flair had anything or not. I was running for higher ground. They were on the floor fighting, in the ring fighting, all over the place.